is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Carry from Matt Breida, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes him back a little bit of an apology on that one.
A quick toss outright. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
This is Jackson on the quick throw from Wentz. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A surprising move here on the...
Oh, man, he's starting already. He cutting up.
Into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that one.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp.
They robbed me too. That's crazy.
Good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Play action. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
Quez Watkins, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Buying time to his left.
Open man, it's Rager. He's got it.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards. From the gun, it's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, I want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hand. So.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
From the 22, Wentz. He'll fire it deep for Rager.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Probably what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so
Bro,